Hello Scorpio, great to have you here. My name is Shauna. Today's reading is a general love forecast for November 2025. As always, take the messages that resonate and release anything that doesn't. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay connected with upcoming readings. Let's see what's headed your way, Scorpio.
St. Valentine's. So I'm actually using the Celtic cross, and this is appropriate for me, I feel, just because we're only dealing with one aspect of your life, which is love and romance. Okay, so let's get started here. Okay, so this is basically the crowning energy or the heart of the matter regarding your love and romance. So this card is in the reverse position. It deals with instability, and it's instability within your home, instability within your job environment, and a lot of uncertainty regarding, how stable your life is, how stable your relationship is in general. So there are definitely questions regarding how viable and how feasible this relationship that you're in is long term. For those of you who are single, you're feeling the same way in that you almost want to like build yourself up and make yourself whole in order to start dating again. And I just feel like there's a lot of upheaval, there are a lot of changes going on with Scorpios within, the past few months. So it might be a little difficult trying to like create a new life for yourself in terms of dating and bringing in another person into your life when you don't know the direction of your life. Or it might be really difficult to make plans with that partner that you're in a relationship with when there's so much like uncertainty in your life. I feel that, yeah, there's just a lot of instability and upheaval, and I feel this came out too for the monthly tarot reading. There's just a lot of anxiety, but in this case, it's more instability surrounding your home, surrounding your work environment, surrounding your finances, and your relationships. So for those of you who are in a relationship, I just feel that you're not entirely sure if you want to progress with this relationship even. The energy that is crossing you is this Five of Cups here, and this is somebody that is, crying over spilled milk. So situations have, for those who are coupled anyways, there might be new information coming to light where you're looking at your partner in a different light, where you're questioning the long-term commitment in this relationship. You're questioning whether or not you should walk away from this, or how you can recover from this, and how you can rebuild this relationship if you're still, wanting to be with that person. For those who are single, I just feel that you're emerging from a painful past. That's the only way I can put it. You're emerging from something kind of regretful, either your actions or the other person's actions in your past. So I feel that it's affecting your current relationship. It's affecting your ability to trust, I feel, just because, the sneaky man is also next coming up. In your past position, I do have this Ten of Cups. So for those of you who have, this is the recent past, and if we're dealing with like a love relationship, I just feel that for a lot of you, for some reason, there was a really loving, a very emotionally fulfilling relationship in your past that for some reason didn't work out, and there's nothing wrong with it. Things just don't work out. It's things run its course, and then it's time for you to move on and learn your next lesson. So even though it looked like a very splendid relationship in which everyone is happy, in which partners are on equal footing and everyone took great care of each other, I feel that for some reason that relationship didn't last. You've had to move on, and you're pining for that perfect union again, which is affecting your current relationship for those who are coupled. For those of you who are newly single, you're loving, the single life. You're really enjoying it, and you're actually making the most of it, I feel. So that's great for you. In terms of what's coming in, okay, this is the Sneaky Man card, and I don't really like this card, especially in a love reading. So in terms of what's coming in, I would be really, really careful about people coming into your dating sphere for those who are single, because I feel that, he's coming in the reverse position. So if you're meeting somebody who's lying, they're not very sophisticated and you can basically catch them on it when they lie. For those of you who are in committed relationships, it is Mercury in retrograde, and I did mention that Mercury in retrograde is notorious for liars, cheaters, that thieves to get caught. So with the Justice card here too, I would definitely say, it's the prime time for them to get caught, and they get caught for good reasons. Okay, so don't worry too much about it. The truth will be revealed. So that's actually coming in, and I just feel really strongly that someone in your midst has been lying to you. If they haven't been caught yet, then they're going to get caught. And then this is somebody that's coming in the very near future. So just be very discriminate about who you get involved with. I think that's just good advice in general, okay? As for your hopes and aspirations, we have the Two of Cups here. And this is, the ideal union, the perfect union. So for those who are in a committed relationship right now, you're hoping to have that union, but you don't really see it happening. You have to be honest with yourself. I don't see it happening. So you're looking at a situation in which you already know that it's not meeting all of your needs and all of your expectations. So you might be comparing this situation with a past situation, and knowing that, you're kind of regretful that you left this behind for some reason, because this new relationship is, unstable, first of all. And the person that you're involved with in that marriage or in that new relationship, they're just not meeting your expectations. They're either not meeting you halfway, or they just don't live up to your expectations, and you want it more. So yeah, that's just what I'm feeling. For those who are single, you either enjoy the single life a lot, therefore you don't really want to get in a relationship, and it might, disturb your freedom. Like you feel that it's restrictive, okay? And then for those who are dating again, you do want to meet that person. You want to have that perfect union again, but you just feel that all the people you're encountering are like liars, cheaters, thieves. Therefore, your hopes are dashed that you will never ever meet that person. So it's not an overly optimistic card, but I feel that, things happen for a reason. So no matter how good they are, or no matter how good they were in the past, um, relationships run its course. You run their course, and we learn and we move on. Okay, so don't pine over spilled milk. Don't look towards the past when you want to work on your current relationship, because that's counterproductive. In terms of your subconscious, this is something that is basically, it affects the situation that you might or might not be aware of. And we do have the Two of Swords, and any two energy, and it's interesting, the Two of Swords and the Two of Cups. Any two energy that comes in is all about balance, okay? It's about balancing your needs and your partner's needs. It's about, in this situation though, it's in the reverse position. So I feel like, you were undecided for a long time about what you want to do with this current relationship for those who are coupled. And I feel like this month is going to be the impetus for you to make some changes to. I feel that you've already reached a decision about what you want to do with this relationship. And this month is the month that you have to decide, because you don't really have a choice. And at the same time, I just feel with the Two of Cups in reverse, you feel like it's not meeting your expectations, therefore you need to move on. And that's just the energy I'm getting. So, really assess. I feel like you've already made up your mind, but fully assess, things. Wait until the end of the Mercury retrograde. You might change your mind. I don't know. You might see things a little more clearly. And rather than walk away, you might want to fix the situation, okay? As for the spiritual advice from the universe, I do have the King of Swords here, and this man, or woman is showing up in the upright position. So it's asking you to be very objective and very blunt with your communication. So for those who are in an established relationship and the relationship is not itself is not working out for some reason, be really honest with your partner, talk about it, and in the spirit of finding a solution to move forward, okay? So if you're not feeling it and they're not feeling it, it's best to part ways, okay? So this man is very decisive, and he asks you to be as well, be very decisive. And I know this is opposing energy because you're a water sign and this is an air sign, but they like decisiveness. And it's also honesty as well. And I feel, we have the Lovers in reverse, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse. So I feel that there has been a lot of lies and miscommunication. I don't think it's miscommunication. There has been a lot of lies and deceits, okay, in this situation, in your romance and love sector. There has been a lot of lies and deceit. So it's time to cut that out. And it's time to approach, to approach things with honesty, okay? So talk to your spouse, talk to your partner, talk to your potential partner, and be a little honest, okay? As for your external environment, we do have the Lovers in the reverse position. So already there is a lot of abundance within your midst. However, it's in the upright position. So people might not be fully honest when they tell you they're single and then you try to pursue them. For those of you who are single, the people you meet might tell you they're single when in fact they're not, and then you get into this situation where the outcome is that somebody lies to somebody else. Or if you're in a in a committed relationship, you tell others that you're single when you're really not, and then you end up here. Or if you're in an established relationship, you might be tempted. This is also a card of temptation when it is shown up in the reverse position like this. You might be tempted to stray from your partner because you feel like it's not working out in the first place, but you don't really have the decency to tell them that it's over before you dip elsewhere, because that's just bad karma right there. As for, let's see, this is your hopes and fears. Okay, so I feel that this is mainly for single Scorpios, okay? You're hoping to achieve this, okay? And in the process, you're afraid of getting betrayed, you're afraid of being stabbed in the back. And then you're afraid of people that you meet in general that are coming in. So it's like a vicious cycle in which it's also a self-fulfilling prophecy, because this is so prominent in your midst that you're afraid it's going to happen, in which somebody lies or somebody cheats and then you end up being hurt. And then it's also a situation where if you're in a committed relationship, you're not getting out of this fast enough, and you feel the relationship deteriorating, so you feel somebody's going to stray, okay? Or you feel that for those of you who are in a situation where there has been infidelity in the past, and you're still trying to work at things and you're still trying to fix it, you feel that you really can fix it when I think you can't, because you can't recover from the Ten of Swords, okay? It's shown up in the reverse position. So for those of you who have been in a relationship in which you or the other party has been unfaithful or have been lying and cheating, and you're hoping to overcome it and work together and trying to, rebuild that relationship and trying to work things out, I just don't see it having a positive outcome, especially for this month, but I just don't see it having that outcome. So just be honest with yourself, okay? Is it really worth salvaging when someone betrays you? So I don't think it is. I honestly don't think it is, just the way the cards are laid out for you this month. Okay, so in the outcome position, the first card I have is Justice in the reverse position. So Scorpios, If there has been a lying, or cheating spouse, just know they will be caught, okay? And then likewise, if you have been lying and cheating, just know things are not going to be in your favor this month, and I'm sorry to say. Um, and for those of you who are single, the people you meet are going to be um, not the most dateable groups of people. So I want you to be really aware of that. And I don't know why Libras are showing up all over for all the other signs too, and Libras keep showing up in reverse. So if you're getting out there and dating, most likely you're going to attract a Libra, and be really, really careful about Libras this month. Just because the the Justice card is also the card of Libra. It is shown up in the outcome position, so that is strongly indicative of a Libra coming into your life for those who are single and looking, or for those who are dating but for some reason are looking. So there is a Libra, and getting involved with that Libra would be a huge mistake, because we see this playing out here in which they're not faithful, or they're not honest with you. And then also in the outcome position, I do have the Fool card here too. I pulled that out just because this one showed up in reverse and I wanted a little more closure for you, just due to all these rough cards here. So I have the Fool in reverse, and this is an energy to tell you to be careful, okay? Be very, very scrupulous, yes, and also discerning, and just be very, very careful. Cover your butt. Like, if you're going to do something shady, then make sure you have an alibi. Make sure your alibi is foolproof, and also cover your bases, because things are coming to light this month. I'm very sorry for this reading. I just feel really, really horrible, but as well, the only person that is coming up upright in this position is this King of Swords. So if there is an air sign in your midst, if there is a Gemini, a Libra, let's take that Libra out just because it might get confusing. If there's an air sign, a Gemini and Aquarius, I can't even say Gemini because the Lovers are in reverse, and that's a Gemini card. This is so interesting because the energy is basically it basically parallels the energy for your monthly reading, which is, to avoid the Geminis and the Libra. So, okay, if there is an air sign, so the only air sign left that is, honest is the Aquarius. And Aquarius are very honest, actually. So, if there is an Aquarius in your midst, for those who are coupled or single, and they're giving you advice, I would say take their advice, because they're the only ones showing up upright in this spread. So take their advice, and honesty is everything to this person.